What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to number 2 of F1 23 uploads. Yes, we are back, and we are back in the new F1 game on my favorite track, Silverstone, Kiefer, and I'm glad you've tuned into this video today. It's gonna be exciting because the topic of today's video, especially for controller players out there, we are gonna try out the new precision drive technology. And not just that, no, but the main topic of this video is not giving you proper feedback on what I think this is I don't know. I mean, I'm not a controller player usually, I'm an esports player, so I'm racing on a steering wheel. I'm trying to keep this a little bit more professional in terms of inputs and how I approach this game. But today it's more about the casual experience, and if I think controllers might actually have an advantage this year, just giving you my input. But of course you have to take it with a slight pinch of salt, because I'm just not a good controller driver. I'm gonna try and see if I can get close to my real lap time, so that's what we are doing right now. Setting a benchmark and then comparing it to my controller lap times. That is the way how we are gonna do this. So first of all, of course, yeah, we're driving on a steering wheel. I'm driving with a Fanatec DD1 podium, as we would in F1 esports, and the V2 pedals on the Playseat F1. And my first lap time is a 26.5. One thing that I want to take away, just really important, you can see this game is still work in progress. Just making sure you guys are not thinking, okay, Marcel is hyping this up or anything. No, I'm just giving you my honest opinion right now about the state of the game, what I think this is going to be, if I'm looking forward to it, what I'm looking forward to the most, what I don't like so far, if there's anything, and yeah. So work in progress, it's not final. Stuff can change, even good stuff, which is annoying. But anyways, this game is not final as the Mercedes that I'm driving right now. This is just the F1 car slapped on with a Mercedes kind of skin. Even the Petronas logo isn't placed correctly, and a lot of other things are not placed correctly. So yeah, just keep that in mind. This is not the actual Mercedes F1 car right now. It is just how they are doing this, like every year when they don't have the game final yet. But we are actually improving on our lap time on a 5.15 with a good delta of 3.06 at the moment. Maybe we can squeeze out a little bit more lap time out of Stowe, and yes, we can. Let's see the final 2 corners. I'm currently on a 53 brake bias, and this was a bad mistake. You could see, and I'm already giving up, so I'm spinning out, and I'm like, okay, restart. Final lap. I'm giving myself 3 laps to set a benchmark on the steering wheel. Aside from that, there's a new setting between for the controller, and also for the steering wheel. I haven't tried it on there, but on the controller you can change the steering rate, which is basically some sort of sensitivity. If you increase the percentage, your inputs will be more sharp and reactive, but at the cost of, well, just like overall smoothness, I would say. And the opposite is the lowest, of course, where you have a lot of smoothness, but your inputs are just way too slow. You're like a turtle. Or it's not a snake. Snakes are fast, but what is it called? A slug? No. What is it called? The little ones, the slimy ones, with a house on their back. I think you know what I mean. Maybe it is a slug. Maybe it's not. I hope that's not a bad word, because then I might have to cut it out. Anyways, back to the video. It's just slow. It's just slow. I don't think this is gonna be good. Maybe for people that actually don't have any, I don't know, ambitions of going fast and just want to have a great time. They don't want to learn sensitive inputs, but I think in general, the more sensitive you have it, the better it is, and yeah, it's just going to be more reactive. But you will see that later on. At the moment, we are improving on our final lap, big time, going up into 54 brake bias, 3rd gear, and now slamming the power down, because we can, on 50 diff, and crossing the line for a 1.36, which is actually a good lap time for preset number 3. On Silverstone with the equal FOM car right now. That's not bad. That's actually, I think, pretty decent lap time. Not sandbagging. F1 esports drivers, take notes. You can compare if you want to. If you want to waste your time. But so this is my first lap on controller. And the first thing that when I was cutting this video, like, you can already see they've definitely worked on how the car handles, how like your inputs change when you're driving with a controller compared to previous years. Because it looks more smooth. Like, if I wouldn't see, if I wouldn't know I'm not on a controller, if I would be a really good pad player, you could think from the onboard it is a steering wheel that gives the inputs. Of course it's not, but it could be. So it feels in overall just much rounder, much smoother, more natural. Not like, I think it was previously like the initial input was slow and then you had to build up into it. And now the initial input is already doing something. You can change it with the steering rate again. You can change it back to how it felt, I think, back in the days, more or less. But I don't think anyone wants that because this is a big improvement. So yeah, benchmark is a 26.136. Let's see what we can do when we cross the line in a few moments. On my first lap, this is my first lap. I've done a recording earlier, but I forgot to change the graphic settings to ultra high or higher, which I want to do for the YouTube videos, just so it looks a bit nicer. And crossing line for 27.334, and that's actually for my first lap, not bad. Not bad, guys. I think this is pretty good. It's just 1.2 seconds, and like I said, I'm not a great controller driver, so bear with me. Be patient. And I don't want to see any comments because I'm one of the F1 2021 videos where I did pad against wheel. Alright, Mr. Obvious, yeah, put in the comments, oh, you're not a good controller player, you should compare with a better controller player. This is not the point of the video. I'm making the video. I want to compare what I can do on a controller and on a steering wheel. And of course I'm gonna be faster on the steering wheel because I'm literally practicing my whole life on there. Okay? Relax. Deep breathe in. Deep breathe out. Next lap. So I messed up the lap before. We were actually up by quite a bit. First like that was amazing. I don't think I've ever matched that again, and it's pissing me off. But you know, we always have to look forward, never backwards, because we are in Germany we would say we are Macher, which is makers, creators in some form. But yeah, it doesn't work in English, so trying to be inspirational. Failing on it. But you can see we are going up 1/10 green. Looking good, looking good. Just gotta nail the final bits of the lap, but in overall it feels really fine on the controller. So for all of the people out there that might not be able to afford a steering wheel, or you say, it's okay, I'm just hanging with the lads, playing a bit of F1, they ask me to play it, I just want to play FIFA or whatever, but I'm playing it with them because they are, it's gonna be a fun time. You should be alright with a controller actually, it's much better than previous years. And I'm looking forward to hear what you guys think that actually play controller. I think you will feel a big difference because of course you have your whole muscle memory in the game. Whilst I'm currently messing up again and I'm pissed off again. Yeah. Not a happy Kiefer. And I think we are currently going into our final lap of this video, at least with the 100% steering rate. Afterwards we're gonna try the 160%, which is the highest, and then 60%, which is the lowest. And you can see we are actually having a pretty decent first sector, not as good as the one where I messed up big time. We've been up by another 10, but this is good, this is looking alright. Purple. Having a slight moment here, but you can see I can correct, and this is a thing in previous years, especially in F1 22 where the car was really snappy. Counter steering was never really possible on a gamepad, controller, whatever you want to call it. Now it is doable. You guys will be able to do it, especially the ones that have great feeling for the sticks. If you guys are good on a gamepad, if you're cracked, I think you guys will be rapid. And there's a few league races out there that are, I could actually imagine that controller might actually be faster than steering wheel if you're really good on it. If there's still the built-in kind of traction, which I don't think there is. There was always a saying that controller has easier traction, which would make sense because there's just, you can't be as precise on the triggers like you would be on a full-on pedal and with the steering wheel, how sensitive you could be. But now with the precision drive, I think it should be doable. So I'm wondering if they actually will change that. And there you see, I don't know if it's like amazing. It's okay. It's definitely not bad. 27.207. It's 1.1 seconds slower roughly. I have more time on the steering wheel, and I have more time on the controller as well. So it's a good starting point, I would say. Now we're changing to the 106%. I've already done a lap and there was 1 second off, but I could already feel it. Feels nicer. Like you will see from the turn 3 to turn 4 right here, the transition to the left, it is so much easier. Like it looked literally like a steering wheel. And we gained so much time on it as well. There was the second lap with it. And you can see, I think I'm cooking. I am cooking with this. It's just a little bit sensitive. It's hard to be really precise on it if you're a noob. And you can see it right here. First snap. I think there will be another snap soon. It's just not feeling easy. At least for me. It could be easier. But then again, if it would be too easy, it would be OP. And I think this is maybe the right balance. I think controller should be definitely as fast as steering wheel. I'm really wondering. I want to see professional gamepad players play this and see what they can do when they are dialed into this game, because they will be rapid. Especially if they can manage 160%. I think this is going to be the fastest, or at least above 100, because it will just be more reactive. And depending on how sensitive you can run it, you will just be as reactive as a steering wheel. So yeah. But you could also see differentials on 55 and brake bias on 55 as well, just because I didn't want to lock up as much and have a bit less wheel spin compared to steering wheel. On steering wheel I was on 50 on diff and 53 brake bias or 54. Now we're using 60% steering rate, and you could already see in the bottom left I was not feeling it. And the transition from right to left to right is so slow. Like I'm missing the apex on turn 2 now, just because look at the steering wheel. It's just not turning. It's just not doing anything. It's gonna happen again. Like here the right, and then where the hell am I going? I need to nearly full stop to even get anywhere close to the apex, and I'm still 10 miles off. What is this? It's looking like I never drove a racing game. This is terrible. I'm feeling horrible. And guys, if you really like this video, you can smash the like button. You can also subscribe, hit the bell, check out our socials, support the channel. I love you guys. Alright, but I had enough. This is terrible. Like, I don't like it. I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is the way to go, but I didn't like it. So yeah, this is the end of the video. I will see you in the next one. Take care everyone. Have a lovely day. You're Marcel. Peace.